Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? It's your girl Melissa. I know it's been a while since I did a video. I think man, the last time I did a video I was giving you guys an update on my clinicals. Clinicals. What I experienced. So today I just decided to come on here before I start on my homework. I have a lot of homework to do. So usually if I'm not uploading no video, it's because, I'm busy. Like, I have a lot of homework to do. So I decided to come on here real quick. And this video, I'm just going to talk about my last day of clinicals. My last day of clinicals was, I believe it was about a week ago. It was a week ago. So I'm just want to share like a brief, my last day of clinicals, what I have learned, So clinicals was, my experience with clinical was a bit, it was a bit stressful. It was kind of stressful. And the reason being because, I was kind of a little frustrated and stressed out because, about us, we only get 2 days. We only had 2 days out of a week for lab. And that's not enough. That is not enough for you to take vitals and learn all the the utensil. That's not enough. So if the whole school was in the building, we would have been able to have volunteers. We usually have volunteers while they come to the lab and we draw their blood. So by the whole school not being in the building, it was just seven of us in the classroom. So we had to take turns, with our classmates, and it still wasn't enough. It's because there's a certain amount of blood draw that we have to get, in order for us to to finish the course, to graduate, and we still haven't met our mark because the school is only half of us in here. It's it was the medical assistant. We was allowed to go to the school and the construction. And so it was just a lot. It was a lot going on. I would come home some days, I had a headache. I was just frustrated because, I was just thinking about, Lord, graduation is right around the corner. We will be graduating in November. And that's another thing. I was upset because I know things happen. Like, our graduation was pushed back. Our graduation date was scheduled for September the 20, I think it's the 24th or something like that. So now is November. My graduation date is November the 5th. So I was a little frustrated about that. So if you can imagine me going to lab every day and all this stuff, I had all that stuff on my mind. I'm thinking about graduation being pushed back. We're not getting enough. We're not drawing enough blood draws. I was just frustrated. Then we took our final exam. I did okay, but I didn't do like I normally do when I take a final exam. Usually when I take a final exam, I reach my mark. The grade that I expected to get. And, I still got a good grade, but the grade that I was expecting to get, I was aiming, for maybe an A or a B. So, but, I was a little upset about that. So, but still, I still passed. But it was a lot going on. So, my experience with clinicals. And I would tell anybody if you're thinking about taking a medical assistant program, when you get to clinicals, I would just say, just be prepared, to take notes and ask a lot of questions and learn all the instruments. Try to learn the instruments. And if it's something that you don't understand, try to let your instructor know. Because I was I feel like whenever it was time for me to draw blood, I felt nervous. I was nervous all the time. It's because my instructor, he would always be standing over my shoulder, so it made me nervous. Whenever he would stand over me and it's time for me to draw blood, I would be nervous, but when I would do it with somebody else, one of my classmates, I would be calm and relaxed, So I wasn't too happy about that. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I don't like that feeling, So, because when I go to my externship, which is in September, I think it's September the 28th, we do our externship. Because we do our workshop this is coming up this week. You know, I don't want to be nervous. I want to be calm and relaxed. You know. So that was another thing I was frustrated about. But I made it through. I got over it. And I'm going to be honest. With y'all. Your girl almost quit. I was ready to throw in the towel. I was like, Lord, this is too much. This is just too much. Like, we don't really have volunteers to draw blood. And then some of my classmates, like, we was taking turn on each other. But, like me, I'm not when somebody draw blood from me, it's not easy to get blood out of me, you know, because my veins are like, I want to say, like, it's hard to find my veins. Like, they will only, whenever somebody would draw blood for me, they would only get it out of this arm. This arm, they couldn't find no veins. It was a lot of spider web. I have a lot of spider web veins, like, in this arm. But when they get here, it was this spot right here. It was just this particular spot that they was only to get blood out of. So, once they drew blood out of me, and it was like, that was it. It was like, that was it for today. Like, if somebody else came and wanted to draw blood out of me, they couldn't do it because this was the only site that you could get blood. So, one of my classmates, you know, she got upset and she was like, and I had to let her know. I'm like, I'm just letting you know, like, I'm not an easy person that you can get blood from. Once somebody gets some blood out of this, that's it. I'm done for today. I'm done. Like, so she got upset and I just had to let her know, you know, hey, I'm just letting you know, once somebody stick me one time, that's it. You can't get blood out of me twice. So, but I made it through, and I just, you know, thank God for helping me get through that, to get through it, because I was just like, Lord, I'm tired. Like, the last day, the final exam, like, I think I was getting kind of sick or something. I woke up that day. I didn't even want to go to school. I'm like, God, I don't feel like going. I'm tired. And it was just, God just gave me this, He just gave me the strength. Like, I pulled myself out of bed and I just pushed. I pushed myself, you know, out of bed, got dressed, and I went to school, did my finals. And when I did the final exam, I was kind of upset because he tricked us. He told us, like, we're going to have 200 and some questions. And we taking the final exam, so I'm thinking 200 and some questions. Okay, you know what I mean? I just take my time. So I'm taking my time, and by me taking my time, I was missing a couple of my questions. I didn't, you know, finish a couple of my questions. So I was mad because I'm taking a test, and I'm thinking it's maybe like about maybe about an hour was going by. He was like, okay, that's it. Time's up. I'm like, what? Time's up? I'm like, what? So I was upset because I didn't, you know, some of my answers, you know, they was incomplete. So I was just frustrated. So I just went home and I was like, Lord, it's in your hand. I'm not going to even worry about it. I'm like, it's in your hand, you know. I just prayed that I get a decent grade, you know, and I just thank God I did get a decent grade. But I would just say to anybody, if you're thinking about being a medical assistant, you know, and when it comes time, you taking your exam, you taking your quizzes, just start, you know, I'm not saying rush through the test, the exam, like, just start marking answers. I remember my medical terminology teacher, she told us when we will take a quiz or something, she said, just start marking. She said, start marking. One of those answers are going to be right. She was like, don't take your time. And then, you know, I'll think about it now. I'm like, I should have just been marking, you know. But by him saying it was a 200 and some 200 and some questions, that's what I'm thinking, like, okay, take your time. And before I know it, he said, time's up. I'm like, really? Really? I'm sitting here taking my time when I could have been, you know. But anyway. Anyway, I just thank God that, you know, I passed and I got through clinical. So right now, the class I'm in now is, what a book at? The class I'm in now this is medical office procedure. This is my medical office procedure book. This is a class we taking now, and it's a 3-week course class. So right now we in our second week. After we get done taking this class, then it's another class. Oh, it's lab procedures. So I'm thinking that we might go back into lab. I'm thinking that we might, I'm thinking that we might go back into lab. And if we do, and then that's another thing that, another thing I have to pray about. And I'm asking you guys to please Please pray with me because the next class is lab procedure. And just recently, we just got some bad news. Like two of the students at our school was tested positive for COVID. Two of them. It was like one of them. It was like one. It was like, I believe it was one day, and then another day, 2 days later, another one was tested, and it came from we have a night class, so we believe it came from the night class. And I'm just so thankful to God because the construction class, those who we draw our blood from they are like volunteers. But my instructor that I had, he didn't have it so like we could have volunteers come. So that was a good thing because if we would have had them come for volunteers, like any one of us, we could have got caught. We could have been tested. We could have caught it. So I'm just thanking God that we didn't. They didn't come from volunteers, but I pray that person that God heal both of them. And so right now they doing like another sterile cleaning in our school because two students at our school was tested positive for COVID. So that's another thing that I'm praying about, that God, that that this just come to an end, because it's interfering. It's interfering. A lot of people, work. A lot of people work. A lot of people, the schooling is doing a lot of, it's interfering because let's say if you're working on a job and they say somebody at your job, they tested positive for COVID. 9 times out of 10, they're going to have to either, probably send everybody home. You have to be at work for a little while because they have to do a sterile cleaning, because they don't know somebody else can catch it. So, like I say, it's interfering work. It can interfere, like if you got kids, they go to daycare center. And if you have a child go to a daycare center and somebody tested positive, you're going to have to pull your child out and you're going to have to wait till they do like a sterile cleaning, for you to let your child go back. So that's interfering like with you sending your child to, to daycare center. So it's just a lot that we have to pray for. And I just say when we go to bed at night or throughout the day, we need to just pray. We need to pray. We need to pray for our healing in the land. We need to pray for the ones who are, who've been tested positive for COVID. We need to pray that, God, he healed them, that this thing just come to an end, because it feels like as soon as like you feel like it's over, like we're recovering, then it's like something else. It's like it's a second wave. So we need to pray against this. Pray that that God just just a healing in our land. It just come to an end, and just pray that everybody, every soul, every human being, like we just need to repent. We need to repent so we can get a healing in our land, so things could get back going again. Because right now, it just feel like we're going on like I don't want to speak it into existing. Like I hear so many people say, like one of my instructors used to say it all the time, and I used to get upset. Like, don't speak that in the atmosphere. And he used to say, because we don't know, we may have to go on another lockdown. And I'm like, don't speak that in the atmosphere. I'm like, don't speak that in the atmosphere. Let's just pray that it don't. Let's just pray, pray that it just bypass us. Pray that it don't, because you want to keep thinking about that. Like people, they talk about us in second wave, and I'm looking like, no. I'm like, no, I ban this second wave. Like, I ban this second wave of COVID. I bind it. Let's just, Lord, just send it back to the center. Send it back. Just send it back to the center and don't let it ever return. So, but that's it. I just want to come on here and talk to you guys about my final day in clinicals, my experience, and like I said, to anyone you're thinking about becoming a medical assistant, I would say make sure. And another thing I want to say, because when I was passing all my classes, like I would take my books and I would just pack them away. And then when you get in this class, the same thing that you learned like from that previous class, they're going to talk about it in this class. Like when I was in clinicals, most of our topic was on anatomy and physiology. And I'm looking like, oh my God. Like my brain just went like dead. I'm like, I know this, but like, come on, Melissa, like, come on, you gotta get refreshed. And so my instructor, he was like, didn't y'all just leave anatomy? then y'all took medical terminology. Y'all don't remember this stuff. And I'm like, no, like, we remember. It's just like, we put our books away. And he was like, no, you got to refresh. If you go to another class, just keep on refreshing. So right now, I'm in medical procedures. And so I just been trying to refresh, like going over some old notes from anatomy and physiology, my medical terminology, EHR. I'm just like refreshing because I'm learning, like when we take these quizzes and final exam, it's the same thing. You're going to see the same thing that you learned about. It's going to come back up again. So I ain't putting my books away. I'm like, okay, I need to refresh. So yeah, I just want to share with you guys my final day of clinical, the class I'm in now, and we soon will be in our externship of September the 28th. So it's just a work in progress. That, you know, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and just asking God to help me, because I'm trying not to get frustrated, get upset, because I'm like, each time, like, you take 2 steps and then here comes some bad news, and I'm looking like, God, I'm taking 2 steps forwards, and then here comes some bad news, and I feel like I'm taking a step back. Like, Lord, I don't want to take no more steps back. I want to keep going. You know, it's like, so I just please, y'all, pray for me. Pray. I'm just asking that y'all pray for me. My future class, and then pray for me. My externship, that I do good, because I still want to, like I said, I still want to be successful at, drawing blood. It's like when I do it, it's like I get in there, like I get in the vein, but it's like, and my instructor was telling me, he was like, you need to see a flash. There have to be a flash, on, the needle. You need to see a flash. If you don't see a flash, then that means you might not be all the way in the vein, you're not going to get no blood. So I want to be successful at it. So y'all pray for me that, when I start my externship or my next class, when we do lab procedure, that I be successful at drawing blood. Because, I would go in the bathroom, like literally I would take a washroom break and go in the bathroom, and I would just pray. I would pray, and I would just like pray and cry to God, like, God, like, I'm not drawing no blood, like, ain't no blood coming out, like, Lord, like, I would get upset, and I would say, Lord, like, they getting blood out of me, but when it's time for me to draw blood from them, I'm not getting no blood. And I never will forget, like, I was just sitting at home, and I was studying, and I never will forget, he spoke to me and say, Melissa, think of it as a good way. You was able to help them, even though you didn't draw no blood out of them, but you was able to help them, That's what it's about. It's about you helping them, you are light. You're a light. You're a light, so let your light shine. You help them. Don't get mad. Don't get frustrated. Just be happy that you're able to help someone else. So each time I try to take that in, consideration, like, even though that, I wasn't successful at, drawing somebody's blood, but at least they was able, I helped somebody else out, because I know one of my classmates, like, they missed a couple of days, and so they needed, to get that, to get some blood drawn, and then, like, I think it's temperatures, like, it's so many, like, I want to say credits or points that we have to get, for when we taking vitals, drawing blood, or venereal puncture, or blood pressure. So there's like so many points that we have to get. Like, they give us I want to show y'all the sheet. It's like a log sheet they give us, and we have to fill that sheet up. Each sheet, our blood draw sheet and our blood pressure sheet, we have to fill that log up. So anyway, y'all, I'm just babbling, but I just, that's it. I just want to come on here and share that with you guys, and I want to show you guys something. This is something like, it's a, I don't know, it's a website. It's a website. It's called OfferUp. You guys, you probably heard of it. If not, check it out. It's called OfferUp. They have like some nice things on there, and when I go on there and get things, I try to get things that It's kind of like, you know, it's nothing wrong. Like, you get used things. There's nothing wrong with it. But I say sometimes when you get used things and there's like no instructions with it, it might break and then you might not be able to return it. So I try to get stuff that's brand new, that's in a box, and I already have like the instruction. And so I was on the website and I had bought one from them before, but it wasn't sturdy enough. You know, it broke easily. So this is I thought it was so cute, you guys. I just want to show you guys. It's a tripod. It's a tripod with a mini light. And I thought it was just so cute because I had a tripod and I was going to get, you know, the light, get one of them light. But I was going to get one of them lights. And so when I saw this, I said, oh, this is cute. I said, this is cute. So when I'm using my phone and I'm doing a video, you know, I can use it. And it's cute. Like, I was like, this is cute. I like this. I ain't seen nothing like this. And I just want to show you guys real quick. But it's a website. It's called Offer Up. My niece told me about this website. So I go on there and get a little stuff from there. I got a camera. I got a camera from the website. I got a camera from there and a purse. I bought it. It was a Coach purse. Pretty little black Coach purse. I like it. But this is the see? Y'all see? Ain't it cute? And I want to show you. Oh, that's a light. See, that's the light. So when you doing your, you know, doing your video, it's a light. And I think you keep pushing the button like it get brighter, or, you know, I like it. I'm like, this is cute. And it's more stronger. It's more stronger than the I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all hear a dog barking. That's my neighbor dog. He be so loud. But this is more stronger than the other one. The other one I had, it broke too fast. It broke too fast, but I like this. This is cute. And it does, you have to put batteries, come with the batteries in there. I think it's two AAA, with the two AA batteries. But I like this. This is so cute. So I can't wait to use this. Because right now, and this is the instruction manual. So right now, like, I'm using my tablet, but like sometimes, you know, I like to, you know, use my phone. I like to use my phone. So that's what I got. It's Offer Up, and oh, my phone is on the chart. Oh, it's another website. It's called Mercury. Mercury have like some nice things too. You guys, it's I think it's spelled MERCARI. It's called Mercury. It's an app. And I just bought like some perfumes from there, and like some lotion, some baby lotion from there. But I like the website. You know, it's a nice little website. It's like Offer Up. Check it out. When you get a chance, you guys, you check it out. They have some nice things on there. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I think I done babbled enough. So until next time, it's your girl, Melissa. Be blessed in Jesus' name.